Just talking about that scene in particular, you did all your own stunts then, didn't you?
I did, yes.
And you're very brave to do that. I mean, they probably wouldn't be allowed for health and safety reasons to do that now.
No, you're not. You're not. When we did Sport Relief this year, it was very, very different, and I had lots of sort of fights about it. But we did really quite a lot. I mean, hanging upside down the back of a fire engine, going down the high street was quite a bit to get away with.
Well, there'd been nothing really. I mean, it's sort of in the vein of silent movies. There'd been nothing like it before on TV, and I don't think there's been really anything like it since.
Well, as boys, isn't that what we dream of doing? You know, to hang on the back of a bus and not get arrested, and to hang on the back of a lorry and not get arrested, and do all sorts of things that are adventurous, and then you get, in the end, they offer you money.
Yeah.
So I was like a pig in a farmyard.
And there's not many. I mean, if you look at sort of TV now, there's nothing really like it, and there hasn't ever been since, I don't think. I mean, sort of sitcom there's a few, sort of Miranda's sort of done it, but
yes,
there's not many of them, is there?
No, not enough of sort of original things. But oh boy, you know, everything is different now. So it's hard to think what the next thing will be. But there's certainly the talent out there. I mean, doing musicals, there are far more talented youngsters nowadays than there were when I first came into the West End with say in '72, even with Billy Lyle. It was hard to find people, hard to find youngsters, and now we have wonderful musicals like Matilda and our own Go-Between, and Billy Elliot that we had, with terrifically talented youngsters.
Well, you've got 3 young lads in yours, haven't you?
We have 6, because there are 2 parts, and we have 3 people playing me as a youngster, William, Jimmy and Luca, and they're brilliant.
So how does it work? Explain the go-betweens. What's because we're back in sort of, it's 1900 hot Norfolk summer, isn't it?
Think of Downton Abbey and transfer it to Norfolk, and you have it. The early period, just going 1890s, 1900, and I'm in the 1950s as someone looking back in this fateful 3 weeks that I spent there, and there's this love affair between the daughter of the family and the local farmer. So there's the sort of sex in the show. It's not me. OK, so and Gemma Sutton and Stuart Ward played these 2 roles, and the boy has to live what I'm speaking. I'm the narrator of the show.
So in a sense that you are invisible, really,
yes,
to the rest of the company.
Yes.
So
no one ever looks at me until the end, when the young boy turns on me and says, "Look at the state look at the life you've wasted," and it's quite dramatic.
Powerful,
it's a little teary.
So if you are invisible in your tweed suit, and I know that it gets very hot, and you have a water pouch which you take little sips.
I do have a little secret water pouch in here, which looks as though I'm deformed, but I really am not.
Because you don't leave the stage at all.
No, I don't. So I have to take on liquid. And last night, my water pouch split, and it ran down my jacket and my trousers. And for the first time, the company actually looked at me and saw this. They thought I'd had an accident and wet myself, and the age had finally kicked in. But I promise you, I'm feeling fine now. I've dried out. But it was the first comedy we've had in the show for weeks.
Is it nice to be back?
It's wonderful to be back. Yeah. I mean, you see that audience at the end, and they're standing. Oh my gosh! I mean, it just brings tears to your eyes, and they're cheering. It's a beautifully talented company, and these young boys, 3 pairs come on and play, and it's extraordinary the discipline now that the youngsters had. And when I started when I was 12, at that age, in opera, in the English opera group with Benjamin Britten, and I was completely undisciplined. with David Hemmings, who people may remember from years and years ago, but who starred in Blow Up. But we were awful. I mean, we were so bad. But now there are schools that are wonderful schools.
Yeah.
It's a very different situation.
Yeah.
Have your grandchildren seen this one? Because I know they got you back to do Oz because you wanted to show them what you could do. Have they?
Yes, I did. My grandchildren have always been sort of puzzled, I think, by what I did. I mean, one of my first memories of my grandchildren was taking them. They'd lost a grandparent, and it was very sad. And I, as a grandfather, was trying to explain to them what somebody passing on was meant. And I said, they go to heaven, and so we can't see it. I said, well, look, we'll go to a church and we'll light some candles, and we can maybe, send a message in my naive way. So off we go to Brompton Oratory, and where I'd not been before, apart from when I was 9 and I sang in the choir there. But I went back with the 2 grandchildren and I said, now we're going to light some candles, and we lit some candles, and I said, now we're going to over here and follow me and we'll say a little prayer. And I heard behind me, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. And I looked round and they were at the candles, and then they blew them all out. So they've always been puzzled by their grandfather.
Yeah.
For more of the same, just click here, and don't forget you can subscribe for even more of these amazing videos exclusive to our channel.
A fine southern drawl you've got going.
Trying to learn that Bible language, my friend. That was hard. I said, I can't do that. I'll do it with a look.
Because quoting the Bible stuff you said was too hard to remember.
It was. I mean, because it's sort of very flouncy sort of language, and if it doesn't make sense to me, it's really hard to.
No, you've got to be totally committed
You've got to
to
get
that.
it
Exactly.
right.
Otherwise,